Hey everyone! Sorry for the delay of a couple of minutes, just a minor emergency. Yeah. So how is everyone? I hope everyone's good. I just have to do this very quickly. So we've got Michael Dowell, Uncover the News, Georgie Moon, everyone else who's watching who doesn't comment, of course. I really should acknowledge you guys as well. I know that not everyone comments. And yes, Cappy's mum, hi. Gmail5, hello. Crazy Cat Lady, Teresa Balthazar, hello. John Pelosi, hello. And Suzanne Fortier, hello. And hello to anyone else who might be watching. I know that not everyone comments. So hi, Becca at House of Lenormand. How are you? I'd love you to join me one of these mornings. Just let me know if you'd like to, either in the comment and I can buzz you an invite, or yeah, if you want to email me. Sorry about the drink. I'm running a bit late this morning. Hi, Sharon Soap. Okay, I was going to go through comments to get some questions, but I haven't had time. Been a bit crazy the last couple of days, and yeah, to self-publish liberal privilege ahead of the GO. How about we have a look at Donald Trump Jr.'s book? How's that gonna go? Yeah, Trump Jr.'s book. Let's see, Don Jr.'s book. Hi, Christine Thomas. First time live. Well, welcome. Hi. Hi, Lucian. Yeah, Don Jr.'s book. I want to do Ron DeSantis today. I know he's still got two years to his term, but I want to see if he's even going to last it out. Hi, Sharon Lee. For Wednesday, I'm going to have to go through comments from couple of previous videos and get some questions from there. Yeah, so we're going to do Don Jr.'s book. What's it called? Liberal Privilege. Self-publishing. That's interesting. That means either he thinks an awful lot of, well, he does think an awful lot of himself, but I wonder if any of the mainstream publishers said, we're not really interested, thank you. Kathy W., hello. Yeah. Yeah. So again, I do have to apologise for having to cut the session short on Wednesday, but as I explained right at the start, I was expecting a phone call. So, you know, that's why I had to be cut short pretty quickly. But thank you all for for understanding. Irony, no, not really, is it? Becca, it's not dead at all. It's out there all over the place. Okay. I had to, yeah. Okay. Search warrant on a St. Louis couple. Oh, good. That St. Louis couple, St. Louis or St. Louis couple who pointed guns at protesters. I'm glad that the authorities went after them. Hi, Jane Finley English. How are you? Yeah. So let's have a look. Normally I have a bit of time. I had a bit of lie-in this morning and didn't get up till 8:30 because sometimes you just need a bit of a lie-in. And I'm just going over the previous comments just to see if there's Gainesville, Florida. How's everyone in Florida? Oh, the other thing I want to look at is Canada, how they're going, and also, well, you know, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have heard over there, but we've had Victoria's just going off like a bottle rocket with coronavirus. And hi, Teresa. Oh, I said hello. J Cat Lady, hello. Your deck is in the post as I sent the email to you. But normally it would be like there, you know, within 2 weeks, but it's probably going to take a few more weeks than normal because of the virus. But it is there. It's on its way. Okay. Just staggering correct. Oh, community sentence. Oh, that's just so wrong. Hi, Danelle Hagen. Debbie Ann, hello. Ocean Garnet, hello. Yeah. Okay, Debbie Fitzsimmons, hello. Anyway, let's make a start there. I know some of you like to throw cards along, and please feel free to, if you're reading, if I'm looking at a subject and you say, oh, throw a few cards, please feel free to do that. And if you want, you know, type in what you got if you want, or just say, you know, my card got this. Please, I'm more than happy if people want to do that. It'd be interesting to get some feedback if you're getting what I'm getting at the same time. So don't worry, don't feel you can't do that on my channel. Of course you can. It's no problem at all. So this is, to me, it's all about sharing a wonderful journey with tarot and Lenormand and other systems, and sharing something that just brings people together in a way I've never seen before. So if you want to throw some cards along with me and just say, I've got this, or, you know, I got this for these 3 cards, or, you know, my cards say this, please feel free to do it. Okay. It's a form of feedback. You might get something different to me. You might validate what I say, whatever, you know. So I've got no problem with people doing that. Okay. Anyway, let's do a check on El Trumpet. I haven't used the steampunk cards for him in a while, so I think we'll go back to them. Got some lovely decks this week. Because of, you know, health considerations, with over 1,000 Victorians were able to enter WA this week. Even though they, you know, all got their, had to fill in forms and everything like that. My husband is very concerned and all that, and he's asked that we lock ourselves up for 3 weeks. So we're going into a self-imposed lockdown for 3 weeks, which is fine. So I've been really, really busy the last couple of days, just running around buying things, and yeah. So we're both fine, apart from a bit stressed. And I said, you have to lower your stress levels, because, you know, he gets stressed. He, you know, it adds to my stress levels, And yeah, so that lowers our immunity. Stress does that. So please, if you guys are getting stressed about something, take a few minutes to stop, take some deep breaths, you know, do something to combat the stress. You know, so I mean, we do have a couple of doctor's appointments this week that we're going to, but otherwise it's very minimum. So just remember that sometimes stress can sometimes be good, but a lot of times it's not good. Okay. So how is el trampo? What's up, Georgie? What's going on, sweetheart? You not well? You've been sick. Oh, sweetheart. I hope you're getting better. I hope you're on the mend. And you know, as always, lots of a wave of love and healing energy. So anyway. Yep. Flu. Oh, I don't know. I was speaking to my doctor a week or so ago, and she says one of the good things about, at least in WA, with people being good about wearing masks, not everyone, but social distancing, everyone's been really careful about that and not shaking hands and washing their hands more, is that there's been a lot less cases of flu in WA this year. But yeah, we've had people trying any and every way they can to get to WA because they think of it in terms of a safe haven, which might be nice to think that way, but we're just like anybody else. We've got, you know, over 2 million people in the metropolitan area, and you know, it just takes a couple of people to go out there, not even knowing they're sick, and go to visit several places, and kaboom, you know, we're no longer a safe haven. But anyway, what is going on with Trumpet? He ran up a tweet storm over those cases. I love this little hairband, but it can be a bit tight. But I do love it. It's so cute. So I'm just gonna. There we go. I'm having trouble getting the right place to put the camera lately. It's got a couple of little hard spots, but I love it. I love this hairband. But anyway, there we go. It's like a little. Okay. Yes, the case against the taxes. Yes, to New York. Congress has been blocked for now. So that was interesting because I did say yes in some areas and no in another. So I just got it. I thought Congress would be able to get it, but they wouldn't be able to show it to the public. But it turns out, but I was right with, yeah. So yes, I love it. I love the hairbands. They're a fun, simple way of just brightening yourself up and stuff. Shoop, shoop, you here? Hello. Hi, Sally Mount. When will Americans start to take COVID seriously? Oh, sweetheart, it's such a large country and such diverse people, and it's this infinite belief that it won't happen to me. It's not that they don't take it seriously. It's just that there's this belief that it won't happen to me. Things like this never happen to me. I never get sick. Whoa. Postal worker, hey? That's interesting. Hi, GM Dave. Oh, the dogs. Yeah, that'll be Whitby. Yes, there's this these things never happen to me mentality. And until they're actually hit with it, they're not going to change. So anyway, how is Trump going after his High Court defeat? Jeffrey Toobin said it was sort of like a practical win for him, because they're not going to, none of this is going to be released till after the election. To me, that's still, it's not a win for him, because after the election, he's out of office. He's, absolutely in for it. So let's have a look. How's he feeling after the High Court decision, the Supreme Court decision? I love it. Kavanaugh and Gorsuch were he's two picks went against him. Oh my God, he must be climbing the walls. Let's have a look. 5 of Cups. Oh my God, I've lost. Oh my God, it's all going to come out. Oh, he's not happy. He's really not happy about that. 10 of Cups. The Republicans aren't happy. But it's not just the Republicans too. His family's not happy. His family's not happy because this is a step towards them having to, the corporation having to release their taxes as well. King of Pentacles. He's like, I'm the king. I'm the king. How dare they? How dare they question where I get my things, where I get my money. Ace of Cups, he's overwhelming emotion. You think? You think? You think there's an overwhelming emotion? Sometimes it's like when that comes up, when the overwhelming, and it's just like, yeah, duh. But it's like, as much as you'd like to say that, you can't disrespect your cards. So yes, there is an overwhelming of emotion. It's, yeah. Hi, Sharon Lee. So yeah, it is an overwhelming of emotion, which is understandable. He's very, very upset. Queen of Wands. I've got some reversals in here. I've been turning them upside down, but I think I'll keep them as they are for now. Oh, he's happy that Congress haven't got them. Queen of Wands, of course, is Nancy Pelosi in Congress. He's happy that Congress has been blocked from them for now. He's happy about that. So, hi, Lisa Wilkinson. Hi, Teresa Judy. Anne Rudd, hello. So, yeah, he's really happy. He is happy that Nancy hasn't been able to get them. But I don't think, I'm going to maybe look at how long they're going to be blocked for. He's determined that they're going to remain hidden, but this is the Supreme Court. It doesn't get, this is SCOTUS, it doesn't get any higher. But he's still going to try and hide the ones from the investigators. He's still going to try and hide it. Yeah, he's still determined that they're not going to come to light. Knight of Wands, he's telling Steve Mnuchin, you find a way, my way or the highway. You keep them hidden or you're out of there. This is the Knight of Wands. This is the my way or the highway card. Especially in this instance, he's really, really angry. He's really upset. He's screaming and yelling at Mnuchin. You know, if you don't find a way to stop New York from getting them, you're out. You're out the door, buddy. Eight of Wands. Communications, very fast, but it's reversed. So this is because it's been blocked. What's happening is this isn't things coming towards him. This is communications about him going to someone else very fast. New York have jumped on this immediately. They're going in and they're seizing everything they can get. So they, you know, while he's screaming and yelling at Mnuchin, they're getting those records in really, really quickly. So this is stuff about him going away from him, not towards him. So this is communiques, writing messages, his tax return, because New York have got the go-ahead. There's no more appeals. The Congress one, I think, is going to get knocked back down to a lower court, I guess. But New York, they're striking while the iron's hot. And, yeah, and he knows that. And while he's happy that Congress can't get anything, and that's also blocking of information from Congress, so he's happy about that. So he's still, you know, he's worried about New York, obviously, but he feels like he's got one over on Nancy Pelosi. So he's really happy about that. He's still trying to make them disappear, still trying to make them disappear. This is interesting. The King of Pentacles, him, hermit, trying to keep things hidden, trying to make them disappear. Eight of Cups. He's worried. This is the walking away card, the abandonment card. He's thinking about, is it worth it? He's thinking about walking away, but he thinks about that a lot. I think every day he thinks about walking away. Yeah, I'll have a look at Bar. Oh, I think I'll have a look at Steve Mnuchin. What's in the future for him? I'll have a look at him too. Munchkin. Will Bar influence anything? If he doesn't, it won't be for want of trying, that's for sure. Six of Swords, Emperor, Fool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is so true, Wendy M. Thank you for that. Yes, he does want to run away. He wants to run away every day, but he can't because he's POTUS, and while he's POTUS, he's safe. But he's not going to be POTUS forever. In fact, he's probably not going to be POTUS for very much longer. Can you guys just excuse me for about a minute or so? It's just very, very cold here, so I'm going to get a little heater. So... Just organise some warm air to be blowing over into this section. Takes a little while to get here, and I put something on my feet, which always helps. 103 degrees in your heat index today, is it? Well, here in not so sunny, well, it's beautiful and sunny, but it's cold. Here in Perth, of course, because it's winter here, we are, let's see, there's the BO. There's the app. Used to have an app on here, but it's quite cold. Let's have a look. That's my old phone, of course. So let's have a look at what the temperature is being. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, 111, 113 degrees there. That's well in the 40s, isn't it? Over there. We do Celsius here in Australia. Bloody hell. Don't you love it when you just can't press the right button to save yourself? 56 degrees. Yeah. New South Wales. Perth forecast. Joondalup, which is the closest weather station to us. We're due for 21 today for a high of 21. What is it now? Getting a bee in my bonnet, my darlings. So 56 degrees for Perth is 21 degrees Fahrenheit. But at the moment it is 12 degrees. So I don't know what's going on with the weather, but it's 12 degrees at the moment here in Butler, which is the suburb that I live in. And that's, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. So if you guys can figure it out, it's cold. And it's colder inside, even though we've got double brick, because yeah, it just is. Anyway, enough about that. Now, what have we got here? Yeah, let's have a look at Don Jr.'s book. Yeah, it varies all over the city where you are. Like I'm in the north of the metropolitan area, so if it says it's 13 degrees in Perth, it's usually a degree colder or a degree hotter up here where we are. A degree cooler up here. So if it's 13 in the city, it's 12 up here. That's generally it. Yep. I think I said the other day that they did a study in Oklahoma and were able to trace back a severe spike in cases to Trump's rally. What shite, Christine Thomas? 53.6 All I know is it's cold for me. I grew up in North Queensland, and when I first moved here to Perth, it was like if it was less than 27 degrees, I would put a jumper on. So let's have a look at John Jr.'s book. Let's have a look at John Jr.'s book. What's going to happen with his book? Page of Wands. Or he wants to get his message across, but his maturity level is very young. So his messages, what he's saying is not going to have a maturity level. It's his attempt to change the way people are looking at his family and his father, and also to change the way people look at the Democrats. And he's feeling really victorious because he's published this book, The Six of Wands. So, and he feels that this book, his attempt to change people's perspective on things is going to be successful. So he's feeling really victorious. Got the Hermit. The first thing that went through my mind when I saw the Hermit is that it's going to be a lonely little book on the bookshelves. You know, it's going to be one of those books that's like in 5 weeks or something. It's got $1.99 on special in the bargain bin. Lonely little book, and also he's using it as an attempt to isolate in some way, and it's not going to work. But yeah, it's going to be a lonely little book. This is, you know, I'm sitting pretty. I know what I'm talking about. I'm in control of everything. That's a Nine of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. Ten of Swords. It's going to be, even though it's reversed, it's going to crash and burn. A lot of people who do read it are just going to find it hilarious. It's not going to be taken seriously. The High Priestess, his agenda, this is the High Priestess is reversed. So the agenda that he was hoping would be met by writing this book is just, it's not going to be met at all. It's not going to help his agenda in any way. Ten of Wands, it's going to be a burden for him because he's self-publishing. He's going to lose a crap load of money. Okay, he's going to lose a crap load of money over this. I know this is in a Pentacles, but it's a burden. It's just going to be a burden for him. This book, it's not going to do what he. Ten of Cups. I think this is also an attempt to divert from Mary's book. This is the family card. In this instance, it's an attempt to try and divert from Mary's book, and he's not happy because none of the publishers were interested. That's why he had to self-publish. Page of Cups. Emotional news. Yeah, he's not going to get very good news out of this. Emotional. Again, it's his maturity level. He because he's so immature that the message he's going to try and get across is just not going to happen. And because he's so immature, he's going to act like a baby throwing a tantrum when it doesn't work. He also, yeah, I'm doing a fourth line here. Queen of Pentacles, luxury, money coming in, resources. This is reversed. Again, I said it, he's going to lose a load of money over this, a truckload of it. And that just confirms it. The Queen of Pentacles, of course, is all about being resourceful and, you know, getting money in. And, you know, it's just going to lose that. The Emperor is reversed. It's not going to help Daddy in any way. In fact, it might even have a bit of a reverse effect, making inadvertently make a fool of Trump. It might also cross the rule of law in some way. Self-publishing can be dangerous. You have to really know what you're doing, what you can and can't do. So the Emperor also stands for the rule of law. So it's going to have a really tempered reception. So, yeah. Trump followers will buy it because they're Trump followers, but mostly it's just going to be ignored, and it's going to take, yeah. So, yeah, it's a non-entity, John Jr.'s book. I'm sure we'll hear some things about it, but people aren't, you know, the general public, they don't care. Oh, good on the Louisiana governor. That's good to hear that, you know, they're saying they have to wear masks. I don't think the GOP are even going to be interested in it. Texarkana, they don't have to buy it. Trumpsters will buy it. Some of the GOP will, but yeah, a lot of them don't want to know. They don't want to know the Trumps, and they don't want to know John Jr. They don't have to buy anything that John Jr. puts out. He's not in any way officially affiliated. So. Again, the the Florida commissioner he was of the mindset, it'll never happen to me. These things never happen to me. So, oh yeah, they are vanity projects. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's just the best still on this list that goes by numbers. Well, yeah, they do, don't they? Well, that just gives you an idea of how bestseller lists are done. As they should be. What does Roger Stone have on Trump? Oh, that would be interesting. Because Trump, I'm assuming it was Trump who commuted his sentence. Hi, Tiger. Ah, that's the way to do it. Yep. What does Stone have on Trump? 5 of Wands. something to do with a conflict that fell out. That's going to be interesting. Oh, a couple more flipped. The Hermit, he's keeping secrets. Secrets that can cause him to lose everything. Not just the election, but everything. So he didn't get the charges dropped or dismissed, and he didn't pardon him, but he did commute the sentence, is what I'm understanding. What does Stone have on Trump? Something about offers of money that he took. Something he stole. That's what I'm getting. Something creative. Something ideas. Yeah, his manipulation of money. Yeah. Money he's got secreted away. Roger Stone knows all about this whole second line is money. Money he hasn't accounted for. You know, to me, the Queen of Swords is to be called forth and account for your actions, or, you know. So he hasn't accounted for this money in any way. He's got this money and he can't legally account for it. The Star is in the reverse sense. It's not that this card is reversed, but it's all about vulnerability. So Roger Stone, by keeping hidden some of Trump's mechanisms for manipulating money, he's put Trump in a vulnerable position, at least with him. Trump had to do something, otherwise he'd be 6 of Cups, and he knows way, way, way back. He knows. He's got proof of stuff from decades ago. The 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands, he will send that stuff out at the drop of a hat. He was getting there. He was going to do it. He said, you've got one last chance, buddy, to keep me from going to jail. He was getting ready to send that stuff out there. But Trump calmed it down by commuting the sentence. Money laundering as well. Sharing. It's sort of, yeah, it is a bribe as well. So, yeah, Trump knows all the secrets. Roger Stone knows everything about Trump's money. Everything. He knows who he took bribes from while he's been in office. How he knows how he's helped generate conflict and promote conflict in different areas. He knows how all the mechanisms that Trump has to manipulate and hide money. He knows where it's hidden. He knows who he's done the laundering for. Everything. Yeah. Yes, it's like, it's not just going up by tens anymore. It's going up by, Victoria is out of control. Hi, Michelle Peterson. Now, what have I got next? Ron DeSantis. Let's do a cross on one. Ron DeSantis. Let's have a look at him. I just got flash in my mind that he might have a struggle to stay in office, but I'm a bit not willing to accept that on face value, because I was watching the wonderful Cash Peters yesterday. If you haven't checked him out, do check him out. He's the guy who does all the drawings. He's wonderfully funny. And he did a Ron DeSantis thing, so, and that came up with him. So while it flashed in my head, it's like, yeah, I try not to watch things before I'm doing readers, my own reading. So Suzanne Fortier, hello. He was pouting behind his mask, was he? He had to wear it. Yeah. 9 of Wands for DeSantis. Embattled, yeah. Definitely embattled. Ron DeSantis. Ruddy Nora. Look at that. 9 of Wands. Christine Thomas. Look at that. 9 of Wands. I just read your comment. I said 9 of Wands. And the bottom of the deck here, 9 of Wands. Wow. Let's have a look. The 4. He's a 4. He's just been so stupid and foolish, and he's about to embark on a new journey. What's his challenge? Keeping power. Hanging on to the power and security of his office. That's his challenge. 6 of Swords, a journey. He's going to be embarking on a journey. Past actions, how have they affected what's going on now? New offers, Hand of God, blunt force. Creativity. His creative thinking has landed him. This is the Ace of Wands, creative, new ideas, coming up with new ideas. Creative thinking. His creative thinking have landed him in hot water. At present, he is standing his ground at present. 7 of Wands. Immediate future. Queen of Pentacles. This is, of course, Queen of Pentacles for me, it's gathering resources, getting your resources. He's total mind blank. Access to resources is in peril in the immediate future. I'll do a clarifier on that. In his house at the moment, Knight of Pentacles. He's talking to lawyers. He's got some legal trouble coming up. Other people see somebody who isn't as smart as he thinks he is, and whose maturity level is not up to that of really doing the job properly. The reverse card, of course, the Page of Pentacles in traditional Rider-Waite. It's got the red cap, learned, intelligent, very smart. But I'm reading this in the reverse, even though it doesn't come up because of the other card. People see someone who isn't as smart as he thinks he is. What are his hopes and fears? 9 of Pentacles. He wants to be able to keep sitting pretty. He's in the governor's chair. I'm sitting pretty and autonomous, but he fears he's not going to be able to. The world is his outcome. The end of one journey, the beginning of another. I'm wondering if he might have to resign for some reason. What's going on with that Queen of Pentacles? Can everyone hear me okay? Knight of Swords, chaos with his finances. So this is on top of the Queen of Pentacles. Chaos with his finances. And the Knight of Pentacles, that's... Ooh. Knight of Pentacles, legal trouble with his finances, with his financial resources. That's the second Knight of Pentacles on top of his resources. Is he going to have to step down? Is he going to have to step down as governor? Eight of Cups. He might have to resign. Something's coming up, and it's not going to be over his handling of the crisis. Yeah. So I was a bit, you know, when that thought came through my head, I was a bit skeptical about it, but that's why I wanted to wait for the reading. And I did a full cross on this guy. So he might have to step down for some reason. It's something to do with his finances or resources. Maybe he was diddling. Was he skimming election campaign funds? That's something to do with campaign funds. And the Three of Swords for him, hey? Ace of Wands. That's a yes. I asked, was it something to do with campaign funds? That's Ace of Wands. Yeah, and he's going to have to walk away. Ooh. Isn't there somebody... There are a couple of instances where people have just used campaign contributions to live high on the hog. You can't do that. You know, with people that money that people have handed over in good faith to help you stay in elected office. That's what they put it over. That's what they put it there for. They don't put it there for you to live a luxurious lifestyle with their money. It's one thing to go out and buy a Ford Fiesta with the money so that campaign staff can use it to, you know, go to different places and set up events or whatever. It's another thing to buy yourself a friggin' Lamborghini, you know. Hi, Patricia Ray. Hi, Jen, G-E-N. Next on my list, I have Canada. Let's have a look at Canada. How's Canada going with the virus? Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the case I heard about with people living high on the hog off campaign funds, they were actually Democrats. So, you know, when people have a whole heap of money given to them, they've, you know, no one's above thinking, well, you know, making sure I'm comfortable and well, and, you know, well fed and all this sort of stuff. That's important to my campaign. You know, Nobody's above doing that sort of thing, diddling money. Canada. What's happening with Canada with regard to the virus? I've heard there's been a bit of an uptick. Is anyone from Canada there? Canada is doing great. Really low numbers, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. Let's have a quick look and see what's in the ether for Canada. Okay. Page of coins. Very smart person. Yeah, a very smart person is guiding you. And it sounds like your Dr. Bonnie is there. Yes, you're not going to be able to avoid. It's going to bring about some changes as well. We've got death, of course. This virus, yeah, we can't stop some people from dying. But also this virus is bringing about change in a lot of countries. And that includes Canada. Elixirs, 3 of Cups. Canada, the government is really supportive of its population. And 7 of Swords. They're being able to get away with relatively low numbers. 6 of Coins, sharing of information, sharing of resources, brings about a change in the virus, in its effect. So that's on top of the death card. So the virus, this is the virus, it can kill, but this is also about change. So you can change the number of people that are affected and the number of people it kills by doing things. So there's always going to be some people who die because of just the nature of this virus, but you can change the impact of it. 5 of Coins, it's out in the cold, but there are some people who still feel out in the cold. The circle of support is help. Yeah. So we've got the 3 of Cups, support. But on top of that, we've got the 5 of Coins, which is the out in the cold, a bit isolated card. Isolated areas. Yeah, maybe some isolated areas. You've got to go and could be a bit of danger in some of the more isolated areas. You might need to keep a track on there. The tower, of course, the tower is, of course, things being brought down and bringing about change. Of course, it is a tower thing. It is causing change to happen all over the world in the way that governments do things. Well, most governments and stuff. The devil, it's still going to take its due. It's not through with Canada yet. Pay the devil your due. It's not through with Canada yet. It's very conflicting. I think there might be a bit of conflict coming up at some time soon about, yeah, I think there's a section of, okay, this is on top of the 5 of Blades, it's on top of the 3 of Elixir, 3 of Cups and the 5 of Coins, the isolation. There's still going to be some conflict arising about how some portion of the population are feeling isolated, feeling they're not getting the support that they need. So while you're doing pretty good, there is still some changes that can be made to how it's being tackled and dealt with. It's going to cause some change. This is a vicious thing. You know, it's not, the virus is sharing of resources, and it hasn't finished. It hasn't finished with Canada yet, hasn't finished with the world yet. And there are going to be some sections of the population that feel isolated, the hanged man, that feel like they're being left hung out to dry, perhaps, and sacrificed. So it's in Canada are doing good, especially compared to like its immediate neighbour and all that. But I think there might still be a bit of it. Coronavirus might still deliver a bit of a kick in the teeth to Canada, and also there's some sections of the population that feel like they're not getting the support that they need and feel like they're being held up as sacrificial lambs. Are there more charges they are holding back even after Trump is gone? Well, probably. US lawmakers can't force Canada to open their border. If Canada want to keep their border shut, they have every right to. They could try sanctions and everything, but yeah, I'll have a look at that, certainly. Yeah. It's scary. It's scary. I mean, what this virus can do to you, especially if you have a couple of comorbid conditions. Susan Fortier, you're in Canada? Will the US try to force Canada to open its borders? The fool. Yeah, they want Canada just to open their borders and say, yes, we're happy to just blindly take you in. Four of Rods. That's the Four of Wands, Congress. Knight of Blades, that's the Knight of Swords. Charging in, creating chaos. Justice. Okay. The way I do a lot of my readings is I do rows of 3 and I build on the story of each row as it comes down. And I go down, the story for each row goes down and across as well. So Page of Coins again, the Star, Queen of Wands. Well, GOP lawmakers, isn't it? Yeah, I think they're going to start trying to threaten with sanctions, like, and we're not going to support Canadian business or whatever. They're going to try, and but the thing is, Congress is run by Pelosi. Pelosi's not going to force Canada to do anything. So we've got the Four of Wands, rest, retirement. The Star. And the Three of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Blades, Page of Coins, and the Eight of Rods, Eight of Wands. Now, they're going to have to withdraw that. The GOP lawmakers are all going, oh, blah, 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 impose sanctions and this and that. But in order to do that, it's got to go through the House of Reps first. And, yeah, I mean, Canada will open its borders when it is time for them to open its borders. That's not up to the GOP lawmakers, and they feel justified in doing so. And Pelosi, like, she's not going to force Canada to open its borders. No, they can try, but it's not going to happen. Every time they bring it up, there's just movement. They want, yes, they want free movement across the borders, but they're not going to get it. When movement happens, yeah, when movement happens, it will be up to Canada. And when Canada feels that it is time. And Pelosi's going to be supporting that, and Congress is supporting it. They're hoping, the GOP are hoping that, you know, they want people to go across to Canada so that if people get sick, if people are sick, it's going to be Canada's problem, not theirs. So they want to encourage people to go into Canada so they can be sick there, and we don't, you know, the US don't have to deal with it. But no, it's going to be a nothing burger. It won't work. Hi, BMC. Sally Mount, hello. Sweet Pea, you're on there, Sweet Pea. Hi, Wendy K. Kate Sweet Blue, hello. I go to war with Canada. It's very, very lovely. Christine Thomas, how absolutely wonderful and commendable that you helped this elderly person out. And big hugs, Christine Thomas, that you help this elderly person, 97-year-old friend that you help out. Yes, it is scary, isn't it? Oh, I could see him trying it. Rondell Threadgate, hello. Laidley, is that in the UK? I hear that Melania's statue was set on fire by vandals. So they took it down in Slovakia. Yeah. Oh, vaccine. How are the vaccines going? We've had some really positive steps happening here in Australia with the vaccine. So you're in Queensland, Rondell. Ah, lately. Okay. How's Queensland going with cases? My immediate family are all in Queensland. My sisters, my brother, and my mum. They seem to be going okay. It was fugly. It wasn't. It was definitely a fugly statue. But each to his own. Actually reminded me of that picture that was restored by that Spanish woman, that picture of Jesus. And she did that awful restoration. Yeah. Try to keep. Yeah. Anyway, how are things happening with the vaccine? What's happening with the vaccine? Is there movement with them? Ace of elixirs, Ace of cups, emotion, but also new relationships. Elixirs, 8 of elixirs. That's the walking away card. Abandonment. People are feeling a bit abandoned. Some people have been walking away. I think 10 of Queens, money, legacy, Queen of Blades. Oh, the 8 of elixirs, the 10 of coins, and the Queen of Blades. There are some lads who have basically taken money to develop a vaccine and never done it. They just did it. They're doing it to get the money, and they're going to be called forth to answer. So there's been some outright fraudulent claims with some of the vaccines. Never going to work. But that's not all of them. Okay? Just some. King of elixirs. Hangman. But some of them, some of the labs are looking at taking a different approach than what they have been. So, yeah, and some of them have. So there have been some labs that were never in it. They just took money for it, and they're going to cop it big time. But there is some movement with some. There have been some labs who are kosher, who are doing the right thing. They've stopped looking at the way they've been doing things. They're walking away from what they've been looking at, and they're going towards a different approach. Okay, and they're going to make some movement on it. And there's also some labs that are going to be pairing up. Calming. It's interesting. Calming tonic. The king of elixirs, calming tonic. There's going to be news that is going to help calm people down a bit with regard to some of the vaccines that have been working on. There is going to start being some forward movement with it. Like I said, there's the Lovers card here. Some labs are going to team up and start working together. Knight of Coins. But there have been some who have just taken the money for mercenary reasons. Those guys are going to be, there's a whole interesting story in this spread. Those guys, there are going to be some people who are going to end up in jail because they took money to develop this vaccine and they didn't do it. They had no intention of doing it and just abandoned it and used it for, I don't know, Lamborghinis or something. But there are other labs that are doing the right thing. I think the one that might end up being successful, they've let go of some of the ideas that everyone had been working with and just think, no, we've got to let go of this and try it from this angle. And they're the ones who are going to make progress with it, or who are making progress with it. But there are going to be some who are, don't be surprised if you hear news in a couple of years that there'll be some labs that are directors of some labs that are in jail for misrepresentation and not doing the work they were given money to do. So, yeah. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. In some ways, we've been cheated by some people. I'm not saying this is the gold standard labs or anything. This is, yeah. So some people have misrepresented themselves, but there are others who have realised that the way they've been going is not going to work, and they've had to abandon that approach and go for a different approach, and that's going to. I think I read a couple of months ago that there's going to be something that they haven't thought of yet, something small that they haven't thought of yet, that puts a new spin on things. And I still think that that's what's going to happen. But I also can see that this is just the development of a vaccine as a whole. That, yeah, there has been some looting of funds by shysters, but that's not all. You know, that's not all of them, because this also says that, yes, there are people and they're doing the best they can. But the ones who were the shysters, they're going to end up in jail. So, oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Whoa, 4-day car trip. Oregon to Indiana. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Teresa Judy. We got a flu shot this year, both of us, and we haven't had flu shots in years. So I would normally only ever get a flu shot if I was flying over to Queensland to see my mum. QAnon. Oh, let's see. We'll put aside these cards. Okay. Here's one of my new decks. I picked up Nigel Suckling's The Dragon Tarot, illustrated by Roger and Linda Garland. So that's it. And I also got the Llewellyn Tarot as well this week. So Steve Mnuchin, what's happening with Steve Mnuchin? I'll have a look at QAnon in a bit, but Steve Mnuchin, let's have a look at what the cards have for him. I'll do a cross on him. Okay. The Moon, he is keeping secrets. Oh, look at who he works for. Judgment. Oh, this is Judgment. He is, yeah, I'm doing a cross on this guy. So he's feeling very judged at the moment. Eight of Cups. His challenge is to not walk away, to stay the distance. He wants to walk away. These are gorgeous cards. So he's feeling very judged, and his challenge is to not walk away, stay where he is. Seven of Swords. This is at the base of his reading. This is all the crap he's gotten away with. Is at the base of this reading. You know, this is all the stuff he's gotten away with, all of the strategies that he's used to protect, you know, Trump and everything. His past actions, how they're affecting what's happening. Page of Pentacles. He's realized that he hasn't been as smart as he thought he was, as he thought he had been. He thought he was being very, very smart, but he hasn't been that smart. This is Page of Pentacles. And he's realizing that now, and it's landed him in a whole heap of, well, dragon poop. What's happening with him at the moment? Nine of Cups. This is the greedy merchant card. He's got Trump in his ear about this tax. Trump. That's what his life is like at the moment. Greedy merchant in his ear constantly. His immediate future. Strength. Strength. He's going to need a lot of it. He's going to need a lot of patience too. But I'll probably do it. I'll see how the rest of the cards play out and maybe get a little bit more information on this with the clarify. But yeah, he's going to need a lot of patience. Going to have to show a lot of patience. In his immediate environment, betrayal and heartbreak. Betrayal and heartbreak in his immediate, just in his home environment, his immediate environment. Wow. Not good. What other people see? The Ace of Wands. Somebody whose creative thinking has caused disruption and yeah, it caused disruption and yeah, they're not happy about that. This is an interesting card. There's the volcano in the background spewing stuff all over the sand. It's starting to fall over people. This is somebody who people see as his creative thinking has caused this huge eruption of crap, and it's just going to start falling all over him. So yeah, a fallout. His creative thinking is going to cause a fallout that he's going to have to deal with. What are his hopes and fears? 5 of Wands. He's hoping he can stay out of the conflict with the taxes, but he's fearing he's not going to be able to. What's his outcome? 5 of Cups. Loss and regret. So let's have a look at what this Strength card is about. Why is he going to need strength and patience? Eight of Pentacles. Oh, people are going to be going over things with a fine-tooth comb. Six of Wands. Victory. Three of Pentacles. Does anybody know if he had anything to do with Trump's campaign? Did Mnuchin have anything to do with Trump's campaign? I just get an idea that Trump's victory here, this strength and this patience, it's going to need it to write out questions that are going to be asked. So, yeah, I don't see him going to jail or anything, but he's not going to have a happy ending. I don't see him going to jail, but he's going to find it really, really hard to have the respect of people and finding another job. He's going to find that really hard. I hope he's got a good pension plan, a decent retirement fund, because he might have to go into early retirement. Thank you, Sandra, for reminding people to do the thumbs up. Ah, yes. Okay, well, that explains it. Yeah, he's going to need a lot of patience and fortitude, because his role in Trump's win and the campaign is going to be put under a microscope. I don't see him going to jail for anything, but I do see him, I do see him having to answer a lot of questions. GM Dave, look, I'm not going to answer the question on his wife's pregnancy. I just think that's, I won't go there. Yeah. The only thing I'll say about his pregnancy is I hope that she is well and that it goes well for her. Whether he's the father or not doesn't matter. So we'll just, stay away from that one. Sorry, Dave, but, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. What else can we look at, guys? Got another half hour before I have to sign off, and I will have to sign off because we've got a visitor coming later today. So, but another half hour still. Going to look at McConnell. Let's have a look at Turtle Man. Oh, Linda Barorian, if you're watching, please email me about your email reading, and Cecilia Metzger as well. If you're watching, please email me at footprinttarot@gmail.com. Footprint Tarot, all one word. So, yeah. Hello, Catherine Cusi. Thank you for joining us. Christine Thomas, hello. Yes, so we're looking at Mitch McConnell. Eunice, hello, Eunice Ruffin. Oh, interesting question. Interesting question. Okay, that's the op-ed, Mueller's op-ed. Well, I'll certainly have a look at that. What was I going to read on just now? I got distracted. Gee. Oh, McConnell. Okay. McConnell, and then I'll do Mueller's op-ed. Did he talk to Barr? To Barr re-op-ed. And it was on the stone. Mitch McConnell, Knight of Wands, investigations. But they're holding back a little bit. They're waiting. They've got other things to think about. Mitch McConnell, 9 of Cups. He's also got Trump. This is Trump. He's got to deal with Trump. Right in his ear. His challenge is the 2 of Pentacles, manipulating the situation for Trump to keep things happening and manipulating his funds. Base of the reading, 10 of Swords. Oh, not looking good. Things aren't looking good for Trump, for McConnell. 10 of Swords. His past actions, how are they affecting it now? 8 of Pentacles. People are looking at his funding in detail. His campaign funds are getting a look at. His past actions with campaign funds are going to be up for scrutiny. It's above him at the moment. 4 of Cups, an offer he doesn't really want. Ooh, what's this about? Ooh, he might be losing some support. His immediate future, 10 of Wands. He's going to be carrying a burden in the immediate future. What's in his home environment? This is the 10 of Wands. Yeah, they're gorgeous cards. His home environment, the Knight of Swords, a bit chaotic in his home environment. Somebody's investigating, and it's causing a bit of chaos. Right back to the Eight of Pentacles. What do people see? Someone who's been manipulating Congress and the Senate and politics for too long. This is a pretty old man here who's used everything at his disposal to manipulate. That's what people see. His hopes and his fears. Page of Wands. Oh, he's hoping to be able to tamp down some news about his actions, but he's fearing he's not going to be able to. Whistleblower. Whistleblower in his camps. What's his outcome? The Empress. This Empress has got dragon's eggs. Eating the forbidden fruit. Interesting. The Empress. Wonder if this is Amy McGrath. Few possibilities. It's the Empress Amy McGrath. No, it's not Amy McGrath. But it's something to do with theft. This is Elaine Chow. No, but it's something to do with the burden. Is he going to win? Is Mitch McConnell? Is Mitch McConnell? No, I won't ask if he's going to win. Is he going to lose his Senate seat? Is Mitch McConnell going to lose his Senate seat? The devil to pay. Knight of Wands. I'm wondering if he's even going to make it through to the election. It's very cloudy at the moment. It's very, very cloudy. There's a lot happening. Somebody is really, really digging into McConnell. Things are not looking. There's an abundance of things. This is not necessarily a positive card for him because there's an abundance. There's an abundance, and every card I put on top of it has been about theft, investigation, paying the devil his due. Is Mitch McConnell going to make it to the election? Two of Cups. Yes. Queen of Wands. But surprising news. Yeah, he's going to make it to the election. But you know what? I think Amy McGrath's going to beat him. Well, let's hope that's true. You got Three of Swords for Mitch. Christine Thomas, you got the Three of Swords from him. Yep. That's not a good outcome, is it? Wow. Bitch Mitch. Happy birthday, Georgie. And the Tower. Yeah. Now. cute little deck here called the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Decor, who I think did the Vanessa Tarot as well. Not sure. Yeah. Anyway, by Vanessa Decor, and a gorgeous little deck, absolutely gorgeous little deck. So we're going to do Campus, hello. Slovenia, sorry if I got that country name wrong. I really do apologize for that. Yeah. Ooh, Barr told Trump he shouldn't grant him clemency. But he did anyway. Yes. Anyway, Barr's op-ed, he wrote, no, Mueller's op-ed on the commutation of his sentence. Is that right? The weather's lovely but cold. It's very sunny, beautiful clear skies, but it's cold. Yeah. Edith, yep. Shelby Lisa, hello. And Edith Rosales, hello. Yeah. Did he talk to Barr about this op-ed at any stage? Anyway, we've got 8, communication, swiftness. He's been keeping Mueller's basically been keeping his mouth shut about a lot of things, but he was really swift to write this. And yeah, he felt he had to. 7 of Swords, no, he didn't. But he did feel it was a betrayal. The Fool. This is such a cute card. Look at this. This is the 7 of Swords. This is the Fool. She's got a tiger at her back and an alligator underneath, but she's still willing to just, you know, continue on a journey. She's got faith. She's got the healing card, butterfly for change. But he felt that he needed to say it. I think he's feeling that this is the first step in this op-ed is a first step in a new direction for him. 3 of Wands. Yes, he's been thinking about he feels that this is gonna Queen of Cups. He was very, very upset. He felt he needed to do it to he didn't talk to Barr. He's not bothered about soothing Barr over either. 5 of Wands, strife, conflict. It's you know, Barr's going to feel like betrayed, and he's going to feel like it's bringing him and Mueller into conflict. But you know what? Mueller's already been in conflict with what Barr's saying for months, you know. So he feels like this was bound to happen. This is the 3 of Wands. 10 of Swords, he feels like it's in doing that, it's stabbed Justice in the back. This is the Ten of Swords. And it's come to, it's brought the Department of Justice to an end of the way it has been. If to an end of a cycle. I think he feels like Eight of Pentacles, prudence. Yeah, he's being very, very careful with his words, and he's really, really looking into all the details of everything before he says anything or writes anything. He didn't discuss it with Bar. He felt it wasn't any of Bar's business. The Ace of Pentacles, he's going to get an offer of a new opportunity. A new opportunity is going to come about for him. I actually, this might sound a bit crazy, but when I was looking at the Ten of Swords, the thing that passed through my head was Attorney General. That he might even be offered the Attorney General's position, but I don't know that he'd take it. We've got the Devil, pay the devil his due. Yeah, he didn't discuss it with Bar. He's been in conflict with Bar since even before, you know, since Bar did the dirty on him. He feels that it's time for Bar to pay the devil his due. The Bar's chickens are going to come home to roost and kick his dunnies down. He feels Bar's betrayed everything that he stands for, with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, he did his due diligence before even writing anything. I mean, he felt it's futile even trying to change anything while Bar's in power. And he felt this is like Seven of Swords here is futility. He felt it'd be futile just even talking to Bar about writing this op-ed and getting his opinion on it. So no. He sees it as a start towards a healing process for him, which is the Queen of Cups. It's part of his healing process as well. He doesn't give a rat's ass what Bar thinks. That you're talking about the Melania sculpture. There, Christine Thomas. I just got going through my head that the face was blank, a blank canvas. I don't feel the artist really was that complimentary. I think he was commissioned to do it. I'm not sure, but I think in leaving the face blank, there's no soul there. And blind faith. I think it was a comment. There's an Agatha Christie novel where the artist was in the novel was doing a sculpture of the wife of the guy who got killed. And the wife, she just believed blindly in her husband. And that sort of blind faith, and the face was blank because she'd given her whole heart and soul over to the husband. She had no soul of her own, and she was just totally blind faith. And I think maybe he was in his own sly way saying, you know, this is the person who's sold her soul and blindly trusting, and that's dangerous. And we shouldn't do that, I think. That's just what came through my head when you were talking about Melania's statue in Slovenia. So how is Trump's niece going to affect his face? How is it going to affect his presidency? No, it wasn't the first Marple book. It was a Poirot, I think. What was the name? The Hollow. That's the one. The Hollow. Oh, Uncover the News. You asked me that last time. Will he have a downward spiral and do something crazy before the election? Yes, there's quite a possibility. I've already answered that. So, how will Mary Trump's book affect his presidency? Well, let's have a look on the bottom first. Strife, causing a lot of conflict in-house. 3 of Pentacles, group work. He's going to talk about who he got into bed with. The Tower, it is definitely going to undermine it. King of Pentacles, that's him. It's going to undermine it. It's going to undermine his presidency. It's going to undermine him. Princess of Wands, she is basically blowing the whistle on a lot of his actions and why he does things. The main reason for writing the book, she says, was because she felt bound to warn people of what they're doing with. So she is going to talk about his actions. And she is a clinical psychologist, so there's going to be a bit of that. 2 of Pentacles. He's going to try and manipulate it, but I don't think it's going to work. 6 of Pentacles. She's going to share about money. She's going to share a lot of things about money and how he made his money and his success. The Emperor. Yeah. She's got a lot to say about the Emperor. The Magician. Now you see him, now you don't. How he manipulated situations. She's going to be talking a lot about how he manipulates things and people and situations, and his art of diversion. Queen of Pentacles. He might lose some donors. Such a cute little deck. Yeah, it's going to have an impact. I think people are going to find it fascinating on her insight, but while it will have an impact and add to undermining things, undermining his him as a person and the presidency, it's going to have a role in that. It's not going to be the thing that brings it down, of course. 4 of Pentacles. She's going to labour a lot of stuff that he wanted to keep close to his chest. Wheel of Fortune. It was all about it. It was all fated to come out. It was everything about him was bound to come out in the end. The minute he rode down that escalator. 7 of Swords is going to be a lot of about his strategies and his thieving ways and everything. So yeah. He couldn't remain a failed TV star. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't remain a failed TV star. Okay, my darlings, I'll do one quick reading on QAnon. What's happening with them, and then I'll have to go. Okay, so I don't think Oprah's ever going to run for president. I can't see that happening. I don't think anybody's ever going to want a television person again. I mean, they had Reagan, who was a movie star. He didn't exactly fill the world with glory. I think the time, yeah. So QAnon, what's happening with QAnon? Thank you, Christine Thomas. That is a lovely, lovely compliment. Thank you so much. Okay, QAnon, what's going on with them? New journey. Four of Swords, they're keeping quiet. Nine of Pentacles. They feel anonymous. They feel autonomy. Justice is coming for them. Ace of Swords. The truth's going to come out about them, who they are. There's someone who's sitting pretty. So there's someone who's sitting in a position of autonomy and power. Five of Swords. Someone who's been abusing power. Three of Swords. Betrayal, heartbreak. It's not looking good for them. Five of Cups. Loss. The Emperor. It's going to prove some link to Trump. Eight of Wands, and when it does come out, it's going to come out very, very quickly. And they're going to get what they deserve, justice. And there's going to be a link to Trump. They're using it. Trump's been using them as a way to abuse his power. So anyway, my darlings, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the weekend. Wonderful Sunday if you're in US. A wonderful Sunday if you're here, and I will see you again in a few days. Love you all. Bye bye.